Okie dokie, we are live. Welcome. How are you doing today, Sam?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. TikTok actually has closed on my side, so I just realised that I need to reopen it.
I'll add you. Just scanning a bacon sandwich, sausage sandwich quickly.
Nice. It is a hell of a nice day today, isn't it?
Well, it's nice. It's hot. It makes a change. Well, I say it makes a change. It doesn't really, but yeah, it's nice. Are you on TikTok?
No, it's not opening for some reason. I'm just trying to open it now. Whisperflow keeps adding a desktop icon onto my PC. It's really annoying.
Oh, really?
I think the guy who built it vibe coded it with AI, so I think it's like a weird bug.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, TikTok. Here we go. Right, I am live on TikTok now. Okay, perfect. Do you want to invite me in?
Mm-hmm.
That hideous noise. Okay, perfect. Right.
Oh.
Brandon, welcome to the live. Thank you for joining us so quickly. I'm just letting the community members know that we're live. That's good. And we're good over here. Cool. Right. Welcome to the live today, guys. Sam and I, as always, go live every Monday and Friday. And I think we're going to try and do Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, right?
I think we are. Guys.
Cool. So, Sam, what's been going on with you?
I've taken my private label products to the dump.
No way.
Yeah, that's what's been going on.
What happened?
It was like a number of things. The document which came through just wasn't like, obviously I needed the products to be re-certified. They said they would. What they did was it still didn't really pass the product. Like, although they reissued the documents, it still didn't show as a pass. And then the listing got taken down, like completely removed. And then there's just a load of like a long stream of things which happened. And then I made the decision. I just didn't have the time or energy or patience to keep fighting it for another year. So I just decided I'm obviously moving out of this house and I'm starting to need to sort stuff out. I've got like 20 boxes, massive boxes. So I just decided to get rid and cut my losses.
Fair enough. How much did you lose on that, do you think?
I don't know. Probably like maybe $3,000.
Okay. Not as bad as I thought you were going to say, to be honest.
Maybe more, to be fair, because I think I spent, probably just over between 3 and 5, I reckon.
Yeah, still rough though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's annoying, but it's what can you do, right?
Yeah, literally, you can't know if something's going to work without testing it, and you have to be open to the idea it's not going to work.
Exactly. Like that was always, the risk was always there. So it's fine. It's what it is.
Northern Lens, welcome to the live, mate. Thank you for joining. I haven't listened to your voice note yet, but I will. Someone in my team let me know that you sent that, so thank you for joining. Athea, welcome back to the live. Hi, what does quality for products in terms of admin mean on buy sheet? What does quality for products in terms of admin mean on buy sheet? What does quality for products in terms of admin mean on, you mean on the purchasing sheet? That is a really good question, Athea. I have not opened it for many moons, so I actually have no idea off the top of my head. Let me ask someone in the team.
The quality is based on the other factors in the sheet, right? And then based on sales per month, ROI, everything like that, and then gives it a quality rating, doesn't it?
I haven't looked at it for so long, I can't remember. Let me ask Reese and Gemma if they know.
I think that's it. Athea also asked as well, what about putting private label on another marketplace, or is that more difficult? I had a look at that, and to be honest, I think it would have been yeah, same issue. I know, like with TikTok, for example, they're just as hot on having the right certifications and stuff. And I think part of me, I guess, ethically, didn't really feel comfortable with selling a product which didn't meet certain test specifications. So I think, yeah, the bin is probably the best place for them, to be honest.
Athea, I'm just checking on your question. Someone in the team responded exactly the way I thought, saying, "Do you mean quantity?" But you obviously, because you've said A, B. Let me have a look. Reese in our team was the one who built the purchasing sheet. So I'm trying to get hold of him, but he's painting the new warehouse, prep warehouse today. So hopefully someone else knows. We'll take a look and get back to you
though. I would have taken them for my nan, Sam. How do you know what the product is, and why do you reckon your nan would have had them? I'm intrigued. Yeah, quality section. No worries. Was just wondering.
Athea, can you drop JB on Discord? Can you drop JB Pipe Seller Smart a message in our Discord, or you can send one to me? And can you send a screenshot of what you mean? That would be very helpful. Planet Durr, welcome to live. Thank you for joining.
Ethan's jumped on. How you doing, Ethan? Mate, good afternoon. Hope you're good.
Sadatin, is that how you pronounce that? I remember your name from yesterday. Thank you for joining. Right, so we haven't started posting it on socials yet. We will do it today or tomorrow, but we are officially moving into the new prep warehouse. Reese has got the keys. We got the lease, which is this like absolute novel of a booklet that we have to go through, and the contracts are being signed. So hopefully full prep move over will be in the next 2 to 3 weeks. I'm sure it's going to be an absolute nightmare. But yeah, we'll be posting that on socials very soon. Very excited to show you guys that.
Crossover for between moving out of the old to the new?
We have our current unit until the end of August, and we have a couple of months of moving date in the new place. So we got loads of time.
That's not too bad then.
Yeah, well, kind of annoying though, because we wanted to move 3 months ago, and we just got dragged along by our short on curlies by these solicitors. So it's less time than we wanted, but it's still more than enough time.
Yeah.
Our prep team, though, have been absolutely dynamite the last couple of days. You know, they've been grafting so hard in this heat wave. Well, I don't know if they've actually been given these yet, but I'm going to have to check on them. But we wanted to give them a thank you for their hard work. So I know Gus in our team wanted a Ninja Creamy, so we got him one. And Alina in our team wanted something. I can't remember what we got her, but we got them both presents as a thank you for their hard work, because they've just been absolutely amazing lately.
Ninja Creamies are pretty good. Everyone's been going on about them.
I'm going to buy one very soon, yeah, because my morning breakfast every morning is a protein smoothie, and I can't help but to think it's going to be so good as protein ice cream.
Yeah, surely. Although they do like there's like frozen yogurts and smoothies and stuff as well, or not? Or I know frozen yogurt and frozen ice cream, right?
Yeah. If you're going to make ice cream, I think you need to make it and then keep it in the fridge, in the freezer for 12 hours. So you make it the day before. I'm pretty sure. Apparently they are loud as hell though.
Oh really? Yeah, we got a Ninja blender, and it is the loudest thing in the world. As soon as I miss on it, the whole house up, and it feels like it's gonna bloody take off. Good
though, aren't they? They're really good tech.
Mate, Ninja is so good. Like, I don't think you can really go wrong with Ninja. So my missus bought me. I love barbecues. In the summer, I barbecue like most nights. And obviously, where I'm moving to Ibiza and I'm moving to an apartment, I can't cook a barbecue on an apartment just because of on the balcony, and you just can't really, because of the whole smoke and everything like that. So I was pretty gutted, to be honest. But she bought me a Ninja, like it's called a Ninja wood fire, I think, which is like a grill, air fryer, smoker, barbecue thing, like all in one thing, and it is so good. Obviously, the smoker we probably can't really use just because of the whole smoke of it, but mate, perfect for the balcony, and it's so good, and it's Ninja, great product. Absolutely love it.
You know that Futurama Fry gif where he's like, "Shut up and take my money"? I feel like that's Ninja with everything they release.
Pretty much. It's the same with do you know Anchor?
Yeah, they're so good.
the same with Anchor for me. Like honestly, the amount of Anchor products I've got in my house is just it's just mental. I just think their products are just great. Quality's great. They always work. They look nice. They're not like crazy expensive. I do love Anchor.
Can I leave you to riff while I talk to this mechanic so you can tell me what's wrong with my car? I'll be 1 minute.
No worries. AD, FBA, how are you doing, mate? Good to see you on here. If anyone's got any questions, Sean's got some mechanical issues. Feel free to fire away.
I missed this call. I'll just call him back in a sec.
Okay, there you go. His car's going to the dump.
Ethan and Adrian, welcome to the live. Thank you guys for joining. I've got a bunch of questions on my side, so I better start going through them.
Yeah, let's go.
Do you know what? Yesterday, I planned to go live for an hour, and I was live for like an hour and 40 minutes just because I was getting so many questions. It was really fun, really good live.
Yeah, it's good when people are engaging. Like the one we did on Monday was good.
For sure. Okay, right. So Thrive Nation, hello, welcome to the live. Hi, guys. Important question. There's a product I'm interested in buying. It's OA directly from the brand, but I need to apply to sell human indigestible. As it says, it's not on a retail order, confirmation or order, but it's directly from the brand's website. Amazon probably won't accept, would they? The brand said they would give me an invoice of purchase, but Amazon is saying it's not retail order confirmation. Yeah, you'll need an invoice that unlocks human indigestible. We've got one for that, right? We could send it to them privately.
Yeah, we got one for that.
Thrive, drop us a message on Discord and we'll send you a product that you can use to get ungated in that category. Where's the next one? Ninja Creamy is valid. Yeah, 100%. That's so good. Northern Lens, have you just spoiled their surprise, Sean? They might not have them yet. Yeah, probably, to be honest. Probably. I'm not very good. I don't think they're watching this anyway, though, especially with the amount of prep those guys have got to do at the moment. You can imagine. Sorry, go on.
Boxes, right?
Yeah, we just had Prime Day, right? And every single day in a row, we had a new record on units, and the team responded really well. But like anything, you have a day like that, and you have to prepare for it next time. So, like literally, as soon as we move into the new prep warehouse, we're going to hire another staff member again. We're expecting to expand out of that one really quickly, but we've got room to grow sideways, so that'll be really cool to see. But yeah, I hopefully haven't spoiled it for them. The Northern Lens, I have a huge Ninja cool box, keep spears cool for 5 days. See, this is what I'm saying. You just cannot beat their tech. It's so good.
The same as Yeti. Like Yeti products are great. I've got
Yeti is good.
Yeti water, and it lasts, honestly, so cold for so long.
Oh, he's calling me back. Bear with me 1 sec.
Yeah, no worries. If anyone wants to fire a question over to me, because I can't actually see Sean's questions, I can only see what's on my side. But yeah, anyone got a question, feel free to fire away, and I can answer it. So many messages. Oh, instant report. Ethia, does Amazon ungate human ingestibles as a beginner, or is it honestly just account based? It's account based, but most beginners tend to get ungated in it. Like a lot of people in the mentorship all got ungated in human ingestible pretty quickly and pretty easily. So yeah, I wouldn't worry too much. I think it's pretty easy one to get ungated in.
Okay, so my front wheel bearing is screwed. Only going to cost me 190 quid. Not too bad.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, I'm driving a car I got for free from my dad, and I've been saying to the missus, I don't care about cars. I must be one of the only guys in the world who doesn't care about cars. Yeah. But we have a kid on the way, and we got some money, so I'm like, should we get a new car? Should we get a better car? But you can't beat free. Free is good.
Free is always good. Definitely free.
Hold on. But it's directly from the brand's website. Athea, Thrive Nation has to be a VAT invoice purchase of 100 units. Yeah, 100% correct. Honestly, depends on the supplier retailer too. Athea caught lacking. Seller Smart, I'll go it. Don't worry. Thank you very much, Athea. Appreciate you. Thrive, if it's a VAT invoice, it's fine. Just can't be a regular receipt, which is what they mean. Yeah, so like it's tricky. You can't know this without without asking or without practicing yourself. But places like Argos, they give you an e-receipt that doesn't count, annoyingly. But if it's a VAT receipt that has your billing information and it has 100 units, it will be accepted. But we have a product that you can get that will ungate that category quite cheaply. So as I say, just drop us a message. James, how do you pronounce that, mate? Catterall? Welcome to the live festival. Thank you. Does your own ungating software work for the US? No, not yet. Our ungating software is just for the UK. We are working towards expansion into the US. Obviously, you can imagine we have a software. So the US is the largest marketplace. It will be the next place we move to. And we're working in the background to build our knowledge base, our database, and all of our tools and everything for the US. It's going to happen over time. But yeah, the ungating software is just for people in the UK at the moment. Actually, you know what? I'm going to confirm with Cal before I say that, because a lot of the brands do have overlaps, and maybe I'm wrong. Let me double check. I think I've managed to do. I do lives, right? I go live all the time. I've almost managed to do 99% of lives without being asked a question I can't answer, and I've been asked 2 in this session today.
Someone says, Marmite, where you guys are with clever sourcing stuff. I'm starting up again after a longish break. Lost my 2 VAs, used Arbisource, Arbitrage Hero, and was on your very early pilot. I don't want to spend ages sourcing. What money can I throw at Seller Smart to solve this? Good money. Good question. I think. Sorry, I'm very. What's the word? Sidetracked at the minute. Let me just read that again. Where are you guys?
He's basically saying he doesn't want to spend loads of time sourcing. What money can he throw at Seller Smart to help with that? So it's really cool to see that you were in the early days of our software beta testing. That's really cool. We are going to be releasing the software in beta very soon. We're expanding to the new prep warehouse in the next 2 to 3 weeks, and we've said as soon as we've expanded there, we're going to release the software to more people, and that includes the sourcing modules which aren't currently active. Other than that, what would you recommend outside of manual sourcing, Sam? Because we always recommend Keeper and SellerAmp SaaS, but Marmite is saying he doesn't want to do that.
They all require work. Like, you can't really go into the mindset of it. You want to do as minimal as possible. Like, if that's your mindset, then you need to outsource to VAs and stuff like that. But to be honest, the only way you're really going to make it work is by actually putting in the effort and time. And I think all the sourcing methods are a slog when you first get started. But after a while, and after you do them over and over again, they just get a bit easier and a bit quicker. There's no like lazy way to do it, to be honest with you. Like, you will need to put in the hard work and you will need to do it. It's just about finding a method which works for you and which one you find the easiest, I suppose.
Yeah, and like Marmite, as I say, when we release our software, just drop me a message on Discord if you've got me, and anyone who is early testing in the beta will let them know as well. So our software will be available. It's in the beginning, it's only going to be EU 8A. It's going to expand to retailers and wholesale as we develop it. Adrian said he got 4,282 ungates from the ungating tool. That is sick. Amazing work.
Yeah, you've done really well there.
Someone said, when did you transition, and are you pre or post up? Okay, so I'm going to gloss over that one. Actually, I had a joke for that, but I'm realizing we're on a business channel, so I won't. Okay.
It's always YouTube.
Huh?
It's always YouTube.
It's always YouTube Shorts, isn't it?
Yeah.
You guys are amazing. Thank you from Thrive Nation. No problem at all. Athea, does Amazon ungate human indigestible as a beginner, or honestly just account based? Yeah. As long as you got the good invoice, it will work. I've never seen a beginner get denied from it. Have you?
not like, obviously it's going to take a few. They probably will get denied after a few attempts, but eventually, yeah, it always approves. It's just how many attempts you try and give it, right? It's the same with any type of ungate.
Brandon said, I turned on VAT reg on my calculations, like you said, and it's giving me anxiety. Yeah, yeah. It's quite an abrasive change, but you have to get used to it. You just have to source with 20% as your minimum instead of 30. And just remember, if you find something that's 20%, it's going to be more than that. But yeah, you have to think by the time you've gotten to 90,000 revenue, you're going to be a lot more advanced than you are right now. And it's better for you to be prepared for this because we don't want you to be one of 90% of Amazon sellers who give up when they hit that reg. It's like the game doesn't become impossible at that reg, but too many people don't prepare. So the earlier you do it, the less of a shock it is, or at least you're having your shock early now. David said, how much
it used to be as well.
Say again?
It's definitely not as hard as it used to be as well.
Yeah, for sure. When I started 3 years ago, it was way more competitive and it was still great back then. So it's a really good opportunity now. David said, how much money would you need to start? We recommend at least £1,000. The more you have, the better. People who say you can start on less than that are more likely trying to sell you into their group. If you're going to start with anything around £1,000 or less, retail arbitrage is the better place to start. But honestly, more than £1,000 is better. Amazon's a cash-heavy business, so you can. We have in our beginners chat in our free Discord community, I put a prompt from Claude, which you can click the link and you can put the prompt in yourself. You can say how much cash you have, you can say how much your monthly expenses are, and you can ask it to forecast out your returns over 12 months. The more you start with, the faster the compound effect kicks in. So if you can start with more, that's better. James said, sounds good. I'll stay updated on that. Cheers, mate. No problem at all. Let me just double check and see if someone's replied. No one's replied just yet, but I will let you know when I do hear. I'm going to give you a follow as well, James. If you give us a follow back, it means we can message you on TikTok. Athea said, does selling oversized standard oversized affect anything? Shipping costs, perhaps? Exactly that. Yeah, shipping oversized is more expensive. I've had pretty good returns with oversized, to be honest, but you do have to be careful. When I say good returns, I mean I've had pretty good profits from the oversized I've sold in my history. You just have to be careful with returns and things like that. And SellerAmp should give you a warning if it's oversized. And yeah, it's just shipping. Shipping it is more expensive. Returns are more expensive. It takes up more space at Amazon. So you might have to be conscious of your storage capacity, depending on how much money you start with and how much capacity Amazon give you. But they're pretty good. You sell much oversized?
Yeah, loads of oversized. I think it's great. People tend to avoid it for one reason or another, but yeah, I love oversized. Doesn't bother me at all, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm the same. I've always had a really good time with oversized products.
Yeah, as long as you got the correct SAS calculations in and you got your fees in there, then you'd be fine. Nothing to worry about.
Tivinti? I don't know how to pronounce that name, but I love it. Did they answer your question? Yeah, I answered it slightly afterwards. Sorry, there was a bit of a delay. About £1,000 minimum is what you need. That's based in the UK. It's probably quite a bit more in the US. David asked again, does Sam have any plans to do A to A, OA in the US? I'll leave it to you, Sammy boy.
No, I don't. I set up a US store like 3 years ago. I gave it a go, and I was more like wholesale stuff, and then I did a bit of A to A. I was just spreading myself too thin. Like I was just trying to focus on too many different things that I wasn't giving any of them the attention it needed. So I just sort of sacked it off. I don't think I'll ever open up a store in the US. I think the UK is enough for me. There's still probably so much more I could do in the UK if I really wanted to. I don't fancy doing anything in the US, to be honest. UK's more than enough. I think if I did anything US, it'll be probably buying products in the UK and then importing them to the US and doing it that way, and all being under the same business name and account, as opposed to setting up a whole new account just for US stuff. But yeah, probably no real plans for that, to be honest.
Yeah, we preach this all the time. All of us are guilty of this, and almost every business owner I talk to does the same thing. When you spread yourself too thin, you end up chasing so many different things and getting nowhere. And the US is a great market, and especially if you're a US citizen in the US, it's a no-brainer to sell in the US. It's a lot more expensive to do it from the UK. So we know a couple of guys who sell. They're really big sellers in the US, and they were saying if you're selling from the UK to the US, you need at least £35,000. Otherwise, it's not worth it, just because of the cost of everything. But if you're born in the US, then the US is a great market to sell in for sure. Which I know, James, I know you are.
Yeah, I think yeah, like pretty much what you said. I think US can be a great market, but I think it's so much easier just sell where you're based.
Yeah, for sure. Thea said, great, thank you. No problem at all. Godders, how do you deal with a source that is out of stock on a listing? Has FBA, FBM/FBA, including Amazon, happened twice today? I bottled it. How do you deal with a source that is out of stock on its listing? Has FBA, FBM sellers, including Amazon, happened twice today? I bottled it.
I don't understand that question.
Goddess, do you mind rephrasing that? How do you deal with a source that is out of stock on the listing, has FBM and FBA sellers on it, including Amazon? Happened twice today. I bottled it. How do you deal with a source? Yeah, sorry, Goddess, can you clarify what you mean? I'm not really sure what you mean by that question. Christy, welcome to the live course. How much? We actually have loads of stuff, Christy. We've got a free course that you can download for the fundamentals, loads of free resources. We've got a paid course that's £700, but to be honest with you, we don't really market it. That's primarily part of the offer with our mentorship. So if you join our group mentoring or our one-to-one, you get the course as part of that for free. We have a sourcing course coming out soon. Sam is going to go and record one last video for that soon. That's going to be £250, and it only covers sourcing. We're only just recently learning that loads of people online are really hating on people who sell courses. I didn't really know that was a thing until recently, but I don't really get that myself, because I love getting courses and stuff like that, especially if they're good. But yeah, it's not really something we market heavily. It's very good though. It's very good. It teaches you how to scale the business, how to do sourcing, how to do your admin and everything like that. And yeah, as I say, anyone who joins our mentoring gets software access for free in development. They get the course for free. You get weekly live calls with the community. You get one-to-one calls with Sam. You get a one-to-one private channel. We have all of our team's combined experiences, every single historically recorded call. Brandon in this live was telling me yesterday, Sam, he has no idea how to do EU A to A, and he was wondering if we could set up a call. And he hadn't even gone through the call recordings for the group. So I had to send him the EU A to A one. And I was like, well, watch these, my friend. They're so good.
I get a lot of messages for the guys who want to know how to do certain things. And they're pretty much 9 times out of 10, we've done a call on it and we recorded it and it's in the group. Make sure just to go through the group and just have a look at all the calls we've got in there. Like there's over maybe like 50 odd calls. Just scroll through. It's not going to take you long to scroll through. See what all the topics are. There's a very strong chance we've covered it, to be honest.
Yeah, for sure. One of the biggest features of our mentorship is all of the call recordings. They are so valuable, and we've categorized them very specifically, so you don't have to trawl through an hour-long video to get a specific topic. They're all very focused. So yeah, that's definitely one of the perks of it.
Yeah, for sure.
James, yeah, I've got an LLC and a seller account in the US now, just starting slowly whilst getting ungated. Yeah, mate, that's the way to go. Start slowly, build up over time, prove the concept. You do 100% A to A. James, I've got some really good news for you. A to A is incredible, and Americans sleep on A to A. I don't know why, but people in the US don't do it. Not nearly as much as people in the UK, and it's big. So yeah, you'll do very well with it. The 2 boys that we know who sell in the US, they wanted us to help them with their US A to A game, and yeah, it's a really good opportunity. To be fair, like everything in the US is a good opportunity. You've got online arbitrage. Retailers do mad discounts all the time. Retail arbitrage is way bigger in the US. Wholesale is big in the US, but you have to compete with billion-dollar companies, so it's a lot harder, I would say. I know Sam had that experience.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. Every time because I did wholesale, every time I'd sort of test buy a few products, I'd buy, I don't know, like 10, 20 units or something. And then I would then go and buy like a big bulky order of, I don't know, anything from 100 to 1,000 units. I would send it in. And then the biggest wholesaler in my life I've ever seen, with like hundreds of thousands of reviews, which you don't typically get in the UK, came on and then just sort of cut the listing by half and had an infinity amount of stock. So yeah, it happened like 3-4 times, and then after that, I was like, yeah, I can't be asked to keep battling with this. I'll just stick with the UK.
Goddard said, found a product with good figures but out of stock on Amazon. Would you buy? Hell yeah. Yeah. If it's a product that you're allowed to sell and it's out of stock, that means you're going to dominate the buy box. That's a really good opportunity. If you can find ones, right? So there are graphs where the graph on Keeper is broken. If you can manually figure out if the product is selling, that's a really good opportunity, because most people are going to miss that. If the product is out of stock, but you can source it and you're allowed to sell it, that's a really good opportunity, because not only can you sell it, but you can probably increase the price and make more profit. So yeah, very good idea.
Yeah, for sure. Just have a look at, like, what I would do is have a look at the history of the product, when they were last in stock, and then just see what price they were at, and then just see what the BSR looks like. If they were at a profitable price and the BSR looks good, then theoretically, it doesn't always happen, but if you buy the product and then list it at the same price, the BSR should sort of come back eventually, then slowly get back down to that sort of level again. But yeah, definitely worth exploring for sure.
For sure. Athea said, Godders, oh, is it a suppressed buy box? That isn't how I read that. I read it as the product is out of stock, but maybe I'm wrong. I'm look to confirm. Elliot said, is filtering from discount high to low the best way to do newsletter sourcing? Yeah, I would say so. So, all right, I'm going to give you guys some source. When you're doing email newsletter sourcing, you create a new Gmail account that you don't use for anything but newsletter sourcing. You sign up to as many retailers as you can. Some of the retailers won't send you marketing emails unless you buy something from them. So just bear that in mind. You want to start filtering and get rid of the ones that are crap and don't yield anything. And when you get emails into the mailbox, check the ones that are in the subject line. There is a discount percentage, like 20% off, 10% off, or there is a value discount, like £5, $10, whatever it is. Don't check all of them, because you're probably going to end up wanting to slap yourself in the face from boredom. But just go for the specific ones that send discounts in the subject. Go to the brand. Go to the website, filter by brand, filter by biggest discount first, and then just go nuts. I typically check every retailer for about 15 minutes before I move on. Sam, I don't know how long you would stay on a place.
Yeah, I think it varies massively. Like 20 minutes is like a pretty good, a rough thing. 15 to 20 minutes. I think it depends. Like if you find one product, I tend to stay on it a bit longer, because you'll probably find another. But it depends, right? Because a lot of the time I'll source by, if the website allows me, you'll source by, or you'll sort by highest discount first. And then if you're looking for all the highest discounted ones and you can't really find much, the chance of you finding anything when the discounts get lower is probably going to be pretty slim. So in situations like that, you can call it quits a lot earlier.
Yeah, and as soon as you find a brand that's profitable, dig deep into that brand. Look for that brand in the retailer that you're on. Look for it in other places, because typically, if it's there as a sale, it probably will be somewhere else as a sale as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Brandon was laughing at me calling him out. God is okay. It was suppressed, and also no buy box. Athea, just a listing, but no way to buy as a customer. Do you mean it was out of stock and suppressed buy box? Because they are two different things. I just go through as they come, but don't see why not. Yeah, I mean, suppressed buy box is absolutely fine to sell on, as long as you can make a profit at the lowest price on the listing. You don't want to be the cheapest price. You just need to match the lowest, because a customer is going to click on see all buying options and they're going to click on the lowest one they see. So say the lowest price on a suppressed buy box listing is £20. If you can make profit at £20, then you can sell that product. Again, don't undercut though, because everyone will just undercut each other and the listing will tank. And if it's out of stock, that's a potential really good opportunity right there. Elliot asked if they've had any success with it. Yeah, I think hugely depends on analysis. You can still list on it, but I don't think there is a way of knowing when the buy box comes back. There is actually a theory. So on the Keeper graph, it will tell you what Amazon expects the buy box price to be. And what you can do is you can go to the Keeper graph. You can follow the pink line. When the pink line turns into a blue line, that's where a suppressed buy box kicks in. And basically, let's say it's a listing where someone was edging the price down slowly over time. As soon as the pink line kicks back in and the buy box comes back, that's an acceptable price to sell to Amazon. Selling at suppressed buy box price is absolutely fine, though. You don't have to listen to Amazon at all. They're just saying it's too expensive. And the more a product sells at a higher price, the more likely Amazon are to say, okay, customers are willing to pay for this, so we'll switch it back on. A lot of the time a suppressed buy box happens is because Amazon are price matching a retailer, so they remove the buy box as a way to price match. Usually Amazon suppresses because they deem prices higher than typical, but depends. Yeah, that's true. Only done a small amount or more today, but I'm liking it so far. Can you only do A to A in Europe, or can you buy from US and Canada? You can do A to A anywhere. You can do A to A in the UK, you can do it in the EU, and you can do it from the US and Canada. The US used to be a better opportunity for A to A from the UK, but they increased the shipping fees, so it became a lot more tricky. But it's still a good opportunity. You just have to remember, if you're buying American brands, just be careful, because American brands tend to enforce IP more strictly. I said this earlier, James, no offense, Americans are quite a bit more litigious than Americans, so you just always have to be careful there. But yeah, we've done a little bit of US to UK, Amazon to Amazon, but we did by far more European Amazon to Amazon.
Yeah, US loves suing everyone for anything.
James, sorry, Sam, go on.
No, I was going to say US loves suing anyone for everything, especially compared to the people in the UK. I don't think I've ever heard of one lawsuit in the UK between like two people I know or sort of know of, whereas in the US, I'm sure they can probably list about 15.
James, this was regarding A to A in the US. Said, yeah, it's crazy. I saw 62K for Prime Day UK and sourced a bit for the US to see what it's about. Yeah, Sam, you did about the same, didn't you? What did you do? About 56?
Yeah, between 55 and 60. Can't remember exactly. But yeah, I did well. And annoyingly, I probably could have done loads better, but Amazon restricted me from buying every laptop for some reason. Amazon just wouldn't let me buy a single laptop. Whereas if they let me do that, I probably would have spent probably an extra like 10 grand, I would have thought.
I've always done really well with laptops over Prime Day.
Yeah, laptops usually pretty good. Although I've looked at a couple of the listings for some of the laptops, and the offer count's gone pretty mad. So maybe I dodged a bullet.
Yeah. I think Elliot, try to sign up to website you know are good and can source for more better outcomes. Yeah, for sure. I think every site I go to, I always sign up to the newsletter. I'll give it a go today. Very good way to do that. Keep track on your tracker. Keep track of what sites you've signed up to the newsletter. So say you've got like a retailer list, add another column where you've got a checkbox or something that says signed up to newsletter, and just check it for everyone you've done, and just try to add more and more and more. That's a really good like foundational beginner system to have, and everyone should be tracking as much as they can. Hopefully get some success. Yeah, nice one. Thanks both of you. No problem at all, Goddess. Thank you for rephrasing. Oh, I've seen scenarios where people are below buy box acceptable price but are still suppressed. Yeah, it does happen. Again, like if Amazon is price matching a retailer, that's often when they suppress buy box. This is so cheeky as well. I've seen Amazon suppress buy box loads of times just because they've sold out. It's like they'll be selling it at a price. It goes down in price. They sell out and then they say, oh, no, that's too expensive. It's like, come on. And I checked. It's not price matched anywhere else.
Yeah, I've had that before. It's frustrating.
DB15, do you think it's good to jump on a listing that has Amazon on it as well as other FBA, FBM sellers? Yeah, absolutely. You can compete with Amazon all the time. You just have to know how to analyze the listing on Keeper and SellerAmp SaaS. If Amazon is on the listing, that doesn't faze me at all. It's not even something I worry about. If no one else is ever getting the buy box, that's something I'm a bit cautious of, because you're likely going to need to undercut Amazon by a fair bit. Well, not a fair bit. You're going to have to undercut them to get the buy box. So how the buy box is shared is something I pay attention to, but it's not a deal breaker. Natasha said, "Is that 1.8 million?" Yes. So Natasha, every day we go live, Sam will list his updated stats for the last 12 months. He typically does 2 million per year. But right now we're in the phase in the entire mentorship, actually, not just Sam, but we're working on reducing revenue, increasing profit to increase that profit margin. That's why it's gone down to 1.868, is it?
1.868, yes.
Nice.
My app's not working? Oh, no, it is. I was just seeing if it's updated.
Natasha said they're very right to wear in the USA. Yes, absolutely, they are. You have to be careful. The Section 3. Oh my God, I did not post our YouTube video today. Oh, shame. Ring the shame bell. Damn it. Okay, I'm going to have to post that on Monday. Oh, what a plonker. Actually, it's not too late. I'll tell our marketer to post it. I have a YouTube video coming out in a minute, in fact, because I'm going to let our marketer know. That's about Section 3 violations. And the Section 3 violation I got was for an American brand that I hadn't even sold for 7 months. So, yeah, I am a bit cautious of American brands. Oh, no, I'm not going to post it today, actually, because there's a couple of screenshots I need to be sure don't have any personal information on them. James said, yeah, those Acer laptop seller counts are insane. You'd never see that in the US. Yeah, it's an entirely different market in the US. It's the UK is a smaller country, isn't it, with less opportunity.
So Callum in my chat asked, what was the Section 3 for, mate?
The Section 3 was for selling an American brand, which I won't say on the live. I sold this brand, and I'm guessing they did a report or something. They did they requested a violation. I don't know. I didn't get any information from Amazon, but I had it for 4 months. Got my account deactivated. You'll have to see the YouTube video for the full story. A lot of it was my fault. I wasn't paying attention to my performance notifications in Amazon because I was working on Seller Smart. And when I went through the verification call with Amazon to get the Section 3 removed, they rejected it because there was a bug on their side. So the ASIN was the correct ASIN for the product, but the brand that Amazon put on the claim was Samsung, and it wasn't a Samsung product. It was a glitch on their system, and that you guys know what it's like dealing with Amazon. You can talk to a human, and the human will go, "Okay, yeah, I see what's going on. It's broken," and then nothing will happen. It gets lost in the system, and it just kept happening. But yeah, spoiler alert: I got my account back.
You ruined the whole YouTube video.
I know. The YouTube video is still valuable, though. I talk about what to do and what not to do. I checked my ASIN off accounts, and most of them are 50 to 70, 1 to 2 days after Prime Day. Rough. I hope. So, Brandon, this is what I mean when I say Amazon to Amazon is really good if you can hold on to your stock for 2 to 3 months. It sounds like you got quite unlucky there, but if you just hold your stock, the sellers will sell out. When the price comes back, then you sell and you make your profit. Loads of people do Amazon in the UK and in the US. Loads of people do Amazon with Amex cards. So they'll buy those Amazon to Amazon listings. The seller count will go up. The price will go down. Those people will sell at a loss, and they'll be like, well, Amazon doesn't work. You wait for them to sell out, wait for the price to recover. You then sell the stock for a profit, and you're happy because you were patient and waited.
It depends how you source and how you find products as well. For me, I'm just looking through my Amazon to Amazon stuff, and most of them seem pretty good, to be fair. There was one which I bought which went pretty high, but I'm looking at here. This one went from like 2 to 10, which is pretty minor, really. None of them. Another 2 to 10. This one went up to like. This one went up from 8 to 14. Again, pretty minor. Most of them are pretty good. There's a handful which are horrific, but I guess that just comes with it. For the most part, I'm quite happy. Oh, excuse me. Oh, there, ready.
I'm
If there was
just
any
asking.
questions, then fire away. Anything Amazon or anything else related.
Yeah, sorry, I dropped our marketer a message to say, hey, double check and make sure there's no private info on the Section 3 YouTube video, and we'll post it out. Probably not the best idea to post it on a Friday afternoon, but oh well.
So Callum said, how can we best avoid this same thing happening to us? I assume you mean in terms of Section 3. There isn't really. Like, you can't, there's nothing you can really do. I think the main thing is just to make sure you're selling legitimate products on a legitimate listing. Don't sell on a listing which is where the brand name is incorrect or hasn't been set up correctly or anything like that. Like, let's say if you're selling a Samsung product, the brand name on Amazon says, I don't know, luxury goods or something like that, then the brand is incorrect. The brand needs to match the product you are selling. Super important. That matches. And apart from that, as long as you buy from a legitimate retailer and you've got a decent invoice, then that's all you can do. Section 3s are mainly random as anything. So there's not much you can do to stop yourself getting one. It's more so making sure you've got the evidence to clear it, I suppose.
Yeah, it's all about prevention, being preventative by following the rules. I say it in the YouTube video I made. I wasn't stressed even for a second about any of it because I knew I'd get my account back. We say this to people all the time. Everyone is really panicked about getting Section 3s. Literally, as long as you're following the rules, you'll be okay. And we have an account recovery expert in our team who has 100% success rate since working with us. So, like, you're always going to have support from us and the team if you have issues. Check your performance notifications in Amazon every day. Check the brand on the listing, as Sam said. Only buy authentic products. Don't ever buy fake stuff from China or from suppliers who don't prove their supply chain. You'll be okay. Section 3s are happening to almost every new seller account at the moment, it seems, as well, as a way to verify. So hopefully that gets the nervousness around them out of the way. It's just part of the game. As long as you're following the rules, you'll be okay.
Yeah, exactly. Good day, Billy said, how long have you been in Seller Smart, and at what stage in your journey did you start? I'm not sure on the question. So me and Sean both work for Seller Smart. Sean obviously is the owner of Seller Smart along with Reese and Cal. I don't own Seller Smart or have any say in it or anything like that, but I manage the mentorship.
You have lots of say in it, Sam.
Well, yeah, but not in terms of like a business point of view from the actual overall Seller Smart. But I'm between the four of us. We manage the mentorship, and the mentorship sort of my thing. We all have our own little roles within Seller Smart. The mentorship's my thing. So, at what stage in your journey did you start? I guess not sure. I don't know if you think I don't really know, but Seller Smart started like a year and a half ago.
More than I just realised you're not wearing your Seller Smart t-shirt. I sent you one.
I know. I've actually I've got it right here. Actually, I just haven't worn it. There you go.
Do you know what? I noticed yesterday in our Discord profiles, it says we established Seller. Hold on, when does it say? When did we establish Seller Smart? It was like August 2024.
Yeah.
So we've been like 2 years. We've been going for 2 years. Sam actually coached me years ago, which is why I know him and why I trust him so much. And I said to Sam years ago, after working with him, I was like, I absolutely want to do something with you in the future. So I was really glad when we decided to partner up.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, I've been with you guys for just over a year, I suppose. And yeah, that's how long we've been together. Sounds a bit gay. Gay.
I've got loads of comments piled up, so I'm
All
going to have to get through them. Sorry, everyone on my side. Sorry for waiting. Right. Okay, how do you avoid looking at IP brands when newsletter sourcing? You check SellerAmp and you check Keeper. In the YouTube video that I've got coming out on Section 3s, I show you an example of an IP violation product. In the Keeper graph, if you change the filter to entire history of the listing, if there are any flatline drop-offs on the seller count where it goes from something like 20 to 4 in a single day, completely flatline, that's an indication that the brand has issued IP violations and loads of people have been kicked off. If it's a staircase where they come off kind of naturally, that's more of an indication that people have sold out of their stock. If it's a complete flatline drop off or the brand is on the listing, I don't buy it. DB, thank you for your answer. Appreciate it. No problem at all. Elliot, do you just mark down the brand and avoid them in future? Yeah, absolutely. I keep track of brands that I don't sell, and I keep track of brands that are selling well.
Yeah, in my Discord group with the VAs, I've got a list of all the brands which we avoid. So I'll just add it into there.
James, really good question. We actually talked about this in detail on the last live that we did. So Sam's rough profit margin is 10% net after expenses, paying himself, and all of that. And Sam, I'll let you talk about what you're working on right now.
What was the question?
James asked what your rough profit margin is, so I'll let you give more of an overview explanation of that and what you're working on now, because you're working on improving the overall, right?
Yeah, okay. So yeah, pretty much what Sean said in terms of the margin. I'm working at the minute. My revenue is probably going to go down quite a lot this year, but I reckon my profit will be more than I did last year at significantly less revenue. My goal is to try and increase my margins. I've been doing decent sort of volume, but I'm looking to sort of scale it back, increase the margins, make the same if not more profit over less revenue, and that way it should be easier to manage, less admin, less units, less everything, to be honest, but apart from the profit, more profit, and that's what I'm currently working on at the minute. So far the start of the year has been has made a big difference. I'll show you. Let me run a report quickly, and then I'll see this year compared to last year and see sort of where we're at.
Up to me, Pappy Young Cuck said, when are you going to start Beard Smart and teach me how to grow a perfect beard like that? I could actually teach you. I haven't done this yet myself. I plan to do it because I've got gaps in my beard. I know you're talking to Sam, by the way, because he's got a much more glorious beard than me. If you minoxidil with a micro needler, apparently, I'm not a doctor, this isn't advice, just for educational purposes. Microneedling with minoxidil apparently is really, really good for beard growth. I haven't tried it yet. There's some side effects to minoxidil and finasteride I don't like it can have some cardiovascular side effects. I don't like anything that's potentially dangerous, but I've always been tempted to try that because I've always wanted a bigger beard.
Yeah, minoxidil was pretty good. I use minoxidil for my hair since the hair transplant, and I quite like it. I never thought about putting it on the beard though, so it could be.
So DHT is the hormone that makes your hair fall out. DHT doesn't affect your beard the same way it does your hair. So if you use minoxidil on your beard, you're going to have some shedding initially, but then after that, your beard will come in thick. And then if you stop using minoxidil on your beard, the growth won't fall out like it does on your hair.
Yeah, okay, I got you.
I definitely spent way too much time on YouTube researching this when I was trying to figure out how to improve my beard. And then I didn't do any of it.
Right, so to give you an example, oh, what? That's mental. So I've taken a screenshot from SDK, which is
you see Terry's, I don't want a puby ginger beard. How dare you, sir?
Brilliant. So you throw me off there, mate. So yeah, I've literally just taken a screenshot from last year, from 1st of January until the 1st of June, my revenue is almost exactly the same, apart from like a couple of quid, than it is this year. So I'm actually on the exact same revenue as I was this year compared to last year, but my profit is 16 grand more. So yeah, quite a big difference over the same time period. So yeah, by the end of the year, I'll probably be on even less revenue, I think. But yeah, the profit will be even more than that. So yeah, it's definitely doing what it's supposed to be doing, which is good to see.
Revenue is for vanity, profit is for sanity, as we say all the time.
Exactly.
Sam, I've got so many questions on my side. So,
Go for it.
Thrive Nation, how much would you say, was it like 11p or 9p to undercut Amazon by? Entirely dependent on the listing, entirely dependent on the price, and entirely dependent on testing. You can just undercut them a little bit and see what happens. I don't like undercutting most of the time. So just match the buy box and see if you get the buy box. If you don't get the buy box in a few days or a week, then try undercutting by small amounts to see what happens. If Amazon start price matching, you be really careful, because you're just going to drive down the price and not get anywhere. But only do that if you've been at buy box price and you're not getting time in it. Elliot, yeah, that sounds the best. And even mental note, if you know it. Yeah, so the reason mental notes with collecting data isn't the best idea is because when you expand the business and you have a virtual assistant come in, you need to be able to have data to show them what you've learned. If it's all off the top of your head, it's very hard to scale that as a proper business. You're just basically creating a job for yourself, which for a lot of people is okay. But if you want to turn this into a business where you only need to work on it 10 to 15 hours a week, you need to have all that data stored somewhere. How long has Sam been in your mentorship? Sam answered that earlier. He's been running our mentorship since August 2025. So it's almost a year.
I think he thinks I'm actually a student in the mentorship.
Oh, right. No. Sam runs the mentorship.
I am the mentorship.
I am the one who knocks.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm watching that at the minute. So good.
Athea, yeah, I had to go through managing director email for my issues. Yeah, that can be a really good process. So raising a ticket with seller support, trying to get an answer, raising another ticket with seller support, trying to get an answer, take your two case IDs, take all of your evidence, email the managing director in a really succinct, summarized email showing all evidence, all the case IDs and everything you've done with all the documents and attached. And the managing director should help, though it is a lot less effective than it used to be. Athea, support are never helpful on Amazon. Amazon famously has infamously has really bad seller support. But now we've got these other platforms popping up like Vinted and TikTok. It's disastrous everywhere. Nowhere does seller support well. I have no idea why. I think they put all of their time and money into customers, which makes sense. But seller support on all the platforms. I've always had a really good experience with eBay. I know not everyone does though, but eBay doesn't have the sales velocity of Amazon. I say that all the time, but it's true. Brandon,
Agreed.
if I price match the sellers, I still have a 30% ROI. I'm chilling anyways. Yeah, to be fair, 30% ROI if they're tanking is still really good. That's a really good lead. When you're doing your analysis, when you get really good, you can estimate if the lead is going to tank when it gets to that low price. Can I still be profitable? If you can, that's a really good lead. That's something that you can do for risk prevention when you're doing your profit analysis. Elliot said, Athea, what issues did you have? The most I've had was an account deactivation in the USA. That's a really common one with newbies we're seeing at the moment. All sorted now, though. Thea Elliott, featured offer eligibility glitch because an order defect rate spiked from a false review. So I got them to manually review it and they recovered it for me. Very cool. I was buy box ineligible for like 3 weeks, but it was all their side. That really sucks. 3 weeks is long, but I'm glad it was recovered. God, it's two of my ASINs were showing steady prices over 12 months. As I joined the listing, they have dropped gradually, but below my break even. What shall I do? I said earlier, you can either hold and you can wait for the sellers to sell out and recover the price and then sell, or you can cut your losses, sell, get the money back, and then try to buy something else that works. This is one of the reasons we buy lots of different products to spread our risk. But say you've got a listing that sells 100 times a month, you go onto SellerAmp and you go to the section that shows the sellers on the listing, and you hover over their inventory so you can see the cumulative stock on the listing. Once you show the cumulative stock, you can estimate how long it's going to take the other sellers to sell out before you're profitable again. And you can use that to decide if it's better to hold or to fold.
Hold or fold.
That was entirely accidental and it worked out quite well. Elliot, Athea, so you didn't win the buy box on any ASIN or only on one of them? T-Source, what's the section 3? That is a violation you get on Amazon, where Amazon doesn't think the product you've sold is legitimate and they need you to prove that it is. And you just need to provide your invoices, your bank statements, any proof that you can give them to show that the product is legit. Affiliate, all ASINs ineligible. It was peak. Nothing I could do. My account was fine on my side. Yeah, it happens, unfortunately. 3 weeks is rough though. Usually if you get a negative review, it will impact your sales for like a day. But if you get Amazon to strike it through your account, it recovers pretty quickly.
Brandon's messaged me saying, Sam, do you have a minimum pound price for stock you source? So for me, anything below £15, I'm not really interested in terms of cost of goods price. The reason for that is because I ran loads of reports last year, which then pretty much told me this information. So I ran loads of reports and just worked out loads of different price brackets of all the stuff I was buying, the rough ROI margins and all of that. And then I worked out that anything sub £15 was just not worth my time and just, no point. So I've stopped buying that. And now I'd only buy something under £15 if it's like 45% ROI plus. Otherwise, it's not something I'd be interested in.
Yeah, I think that's fair to say. Motif said how to get way off section 3. So collect your invoices, have your bank statements available, buy from authentic suppliers, talk to Amazon if you have a section 3. And the more you apply to remove the section 3 and the more you get rejected, the harder it is to get the appeal approved. So don't do it repeatedly. Always change something on the application every time. We have an account recovery expert in our team. You can probably see over here or here, wherever you're watching from. So if you need help with a section 3, message us. Our account recovery expert has a 100% success rate, so we can help you with that if you're struggling with one. Athea, that must have been a nightmare. How did you know it was ineligible on your account? Elliot, you said performance notifications. If you go to Amazon Seller Central, go to the top left where it expands the options and go to performance, then go to performance notifications. Every email Amazon sends you will go there. Check that every single day. And if this is a really common thing that we hear people say, Amazon is really bad at communication. Amazon is they're really alarmist. They make you very anxious with their emails, and they make it quite hard to understand what they're actually saying in them. So if ever you're confused, just put the email into Claude and ask it what it means. Most of the time you can understand, but I have to give that advice because so many people don't understand what Amazon is actually telling them. But yeah, check them every day as part of your routine, just to make sure that you don't have any issues. You should check your account health every day. You can check your IPI score every day, and just make sure any violations you action straight away, stranded inventory you action straight away, delete sold out listings straight away, and constantly work on improving your account health and your IPI score. Account health will increase by 4 points every 200 sales, and your IPI score will increase by you selling through your stock quickly, having enough in stock, actioning your stranded inventory, and all of that. If you improve all of those metrics, that will positively affect your buy box time. And your IPI score, when that's in the positive, that will expand the amount of stock that you can send into Amazon FBA. Elliot, yeah, it shows on the app instead of featured offer ineligible, says it's no. Elliot, at 1K in technically a month, so now all good, just annoying, definitely slowed things down. 100% it would, but you're going to keep moving forward and you're going to do really, really well doing that. I mean, how do you avoid just looking at brands that have IP issues? you learn as you go. Over time, you're going to learn what brands are IP and what ones aren't. It's not something you can intuitively know. You have to learn as you go with experience. Or obviously, sorry, go on.
I was going to say, just make a list. Every time you find one, just add it to the list, and the list will continue to grow. And then you'll just, at least you've got a record of it then. But yeah, that's the only really way, to be honest with you.
Yeah. And obviously, if anyone in here wants to work with us in our mentorship, this is a lot of information that you'll get from us. You'll get systems, you'll get strategies and everything from us. So you can learn by yourself slowly over time, or you can speed up that process by working with us. It's entirely up to you guys.
Yeah, Brandon said, would you ever recommend buying cheaper, high sales volume for reviews and account health benefits? Yeah, they can definitely help. I think if you've got low capital, probably not something I'd recommend, because ideally, the lower the capital, the more you want to try and stretch that capital out as much as possible. So I think you need to be buying like the highest ROI products. Oh, excuse me. But if you've got a bit more, like you've got, I don't know, 10K or something, then I think it's definitely worth investing a little bit in some super cheap, fast moving stuff, because account health is super important, IPI score is important, and they can all help to improve your buy box. So 100% I would.
Yeah, I know someone who did wholesale at very low margins, so they were making really low money, but they were selling thousands and thousands of units a month. So their revenue was really high, their profit was really low, but they got to a point where when they started selling high ticket, they were dominating the buy box because their account health and their IPI were basically maxed. So there is a strategy to that if you want to, if you don't mind going at a slower pace. But as Sam said, you're in the game to make money. So if you've got low capital, just try to make as high ROI as you can.
Terry said, what is my IPI score? I don't know. Let me have a look.
Yeah, Terry, I saw your comment. I forgot to reply. You said your IPI score has been going down, but Amazon increased your storage. I'm guessing Amazon works that out as an average over a period, maybe. So maybe next time, if your IPI continues to go down, they'll reduce your amount of storage. But yeah, if your IPI has been bad, or if it's been going down, make sure to keep on top of everything. Don't have stranded inventory on there for longer than a few hours even. Delete listings as soon as they've sold out and the orders are completely gone. If you're buying test buys, try to analyze the listing and determine if you can buy a bit more next time, because maybe you're selling out of your stock too fast. I don't know without seeing your metrics, but IPI and account health, it's a really good idea to try and keep those happy.
My IPI score is 490. I don't know what yours is or how that compares. I think as long as you're above like 400, I think it should be fine. Mine's 490. It's all down to my in-stock inventory. And my stranded is pretty bad. And that is because I got 40 units in stranded because Amazon won't let me remove them. I've tried removing them. I've spoken to them and they just won't let me remove them. So they're punishing me on my IPI for having stuff in stranded, which they won't let me do anything with. It's a bit frustrating.
Terry said, I've been doing that, but it's still dropping. Might be like, Terry, for you, you've got a bit of capital. It might be a good idea for you to focus on some fast selling products to build up your IPI. We've got wholesale leads in the mentorship, don't we? So if there's some good ones in there that are fast selling, maybe it's a good idea to try. Yours is 581. Yeah, that's not bad.
581's all right.
Mine's 588.
I don't think it's bad, to be fair.
Elliot said, at the start when I was newsletter sourcing, I was just going over and over IP brands. Yeah, in the beginning, this is why it's hard. You don't have any working knowledge yet. And this is what we tell people who are talking to us about our mentorship. You can learn solo. It's just so much quicker to learn by working with us. And you're going to avoid so many headaches. But you're going into this with no knowledge of how to do it, no knowledge of what brands work. So you just have to build that over time. You get to a point where, like, I'm going to use Sam as the example. Sam can spend so much money on stock so quickly because he has 5 years worth of data. You know, the only difference between you and I watching this is time. You guys have just started. If you keep going, you'll get there. I promise you. Elliot, I knew they were IP violated, but I couldn't find many brands that were popular and sellable on Amazon. Again, that's the skill gap, mate. The better you get, the easier it gets, especially at this time of the year. This time of year, there's opportunities everywhere. You just need to build up the knowledge base. Elliot, fair enough. Definitely to sign up. It's more different sites, maybe different niches as well. Yeah, don't niche down in the arbitrage space. You don't need to. You just want to buy from anywhere you can. Hopefully I can scale to 1K per month soon. Elliot, keep going, mate. And 1K per month is just the beginning. I promise you'll be hitting 1K days quicker than you think. Like genuinely, it can happen very quickly on Amazon. And I'm talking revenue, by the way, not profit. Profit takes time to get to. Athea, what does IPI stand for again? It stands for Inventory Performance Index. It is the score that is associated to your selling performance. And the higher the score, the more storage capacity you get at Amazon and the better time you get in the buy box. That's why you want IPI and account health to be good. G Fines, afternoon, mate. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining. How are you today? Sorry, I took a while to say hello. We had a bell end shilling, some sort of scammy thing. So I'm just going to block that.
Terry said it was almost 700 before, hence why I got worried. Yeah, 400 is really, really good. I mean, 700 is really, really good. But honestly, I wouldn't stress about it too much, mate. It'd be fine.
Yeah, to be fair, that is quite a big drop. But again, just sell. If you really want your IPI score to be really good, just sell fast sellers. It will build back. Afternoon. What are the products? Where are the products coming from? Alibaba, AliExpress? No. So we do arbitrage. So we buy from major retailers. We buy from wholesalers. And we're developing in the background brand direct. And we do reselling arbitrage, the arbitrage model. That's what we do. Private label is where you would buy from Alibaba or Chinese manufacturers. You would never buy from AliExpress. Not on Amazon anyway. Maybe on eBay you would. But yeah, we do the arbitrage model where we buy from major retailers. You have to buy authentic products. If it's coming from China and it's a name brand product, probably going to be fake. So definitely don't buy that. Sorry, guys, the chat keeps jumping around for me. So every time I'm locked on a question. Gary, that's interesting. Might be worth checking out. I don't know what that was related to, but good to know. Thrive Nation, I downloaded the free course and entered the password, but nothing is showing up. Thrive, can you drop me a message on Discord so I can have a look for you, please, mate? Tiki, is it worth getting VAT registered to get access to some wholesalers like Quigita as a new seller? Absolutely not, Tiki. Do not do that. VAT registration is nothing but a hindrance to you as a seller. If you are a brand new seller and you haven't developed the skill to get to VAT registered status, you're going to find it so much harder. When you register for VAT as an Amazon seller, it reduces your margin. So there is literally no benefit to registering. Quigita, we like them. We're a fan of them, but it is competitive. So, you getting rid of a 90K threshold just so you can buy from them wouldn't make any sense. Just work on online arbitrage. Build up your capital. If you have less than 20 grand pounds, then don't even worry about wholesale yet. Get into arbitrage, Amazon to Amazon, and build up your cash with that. And the reason for that is wholesale is really good, but you need a lot of cash to do it. You don't want to overinvest more than 5 to 10% of your capital per brand, because if something goes wrong, you've just tied up all your cash in that product. So that's why we recommend avoiding wholesale unless you've got a lot of cash. Or if you work with us in our mentorship, we can meet MOQs between the teams. So it gives you access to wholesale a lot earlier. Stack or starve, what methods do you do? We do online arbitrage, Amazon to Amazon, and we are a specialist in European Amazon to Amazon. And we also have authorized wholesale distributors in our mentorship and in our prep center. We've been bringing it out there. And part of our mentorship, I'm working on this in the background. Sam, I just realized I still need to get a VA for this. We're going to be working on brand direct opportunities into the mentorship as well.
Yeah, buddy.
And Thea said, if you know you don't want to restock a listing, should you close as soon as possible so it doesn't affect IPI? Yeah, Thea, absolutely. You shouldn't close it. You should delete it. Always delete your listing, because even if you don't have stock in a listing, you can get violations for that just having it active in your Amazon account. So delete the listing. If you delete it as soon as sales have completely finalized, we've tested this in our own stores. It positively affects your in-stock rate, which is good for your IPI score. So delete them as soon as you can. Bally Kiss Angel, is AI going to make Amazon customer service if you're going to be dealing with a computer? I meant make it difficult. Amazon has been using AI for their seller support for years now, and it is absolute trash. They spend so much money on, they spend billions on AI per year. I have no idea how theirs is so bad. It is atrocious. But where Amazon fails sellers in terms of support, Seller Smart is here to help you. That's why we're here. We're here to help you when Amazon is making it difficult. AI is increasingly going to become prevalent everywhere, obviously, because it's incredible. And I don't recommend anyone sleep on it. I think everyone should be up to date with AI. ChatGPT is out. ChatGPT is trash now. I love it. Like absolutely earth-shattering, amazing company. Claude is just way better now. GPT's fallen off, at least until the next updates. It changes all the time. Gary, it was about high velocity products getting IPI score up. Right, fair play. Yeah, it does work. So my mate did really low margin, high velocity sales for wholesale, built up his account and then switched to high ticket. And now he does a bit of a mixed match of both. I think that's a really good strategy to follow if you've got more cash and time to do it. But you have to be able to find the wholesalers and the products to sell, of course.
So Reese Parry said, "How much is your mentorship?" We don't really discuss the price of the mentorship on publicly, but if you're something you are interested in, then let us know. We can jump on a call. Either shoot us a DM on. Ideally, Discord's the best if you're in the free Discord group. If not, on Instagram. And lastly on sort of TikTok, and then we can get back to you and we can get that call booked in. There's lots of stuff included in the mentorship. It's a 6-month process. There's a number of one-to-one calls in there with myself. There's a one-to-one channel in there with myself, and then you get access to the private Discord group with everyone in the mentorship. There's weekly live calls with me for the whole group, where I cover loads and loads of different topics. You get access to all the pre-recorded calls as well. So anything we've recorded in the past, there's about 50 videos in there. You get access to all of that, and then you also get a course included. There's loads and loads of stuff included. But if you're interested, drop us a message. We will book a call with you, and then we can just run through everything if you
want. Okay, so Brandon has an IPI of 680. Brandon, you're a new seller. 680 is really good. That's decent. Keep it going, mate. Karma said private label or arbitrage. We do arbitrage, wholesale, Amazon to Amazon, and EU 8A. Athea said, what if you have stock not yet inbound on the way from your supplier but listed as FBA already? That's fine. I mean, you don't get me wrong. Stuff can go wrong, but you have to have your stock listed when you're buying it. You should always list the product before you buy, because you need to make sure that you can sell it. This is a rookie mistake that even experienced sellers forget. Don't ever buy stock before you've added the listing, because you need to make sure that you can sell it first. So that's absolutely fine.
Terry said, I have a product that sold out today, but also got notified that one of the same product is stranded. Is that a glitch? Don't know, mate. It depends on the stranded inventory reason. If you're going to a stranded, what's the reason it's given you? It should tell you why it's stranded, and then you can, from that, you can understand sort of why it's there and what you need to do with it, I think.
Elliot, signing up to Claude now as we speak. Always been loyal to GPT, but may as well give it a go. GPT is incredible. Claude is just unreal. Like Claude Fable 5 was so good, the US government stopped them releasing it because it basically was a hacker's paradise. Claude code is so good. The code was okay. Let me jeopardize. Let me ruin this story in the best way I can. There was like legacy code for this big company that's been around for decades, right? No one for decades was able to find errors in the code. The new Claude update was able to find hundreds within a few hours. And the reason that's crazy is because when something is really good at coding, it means it's really good at hacking. So we're getting into a really weird phase in the world where AI is absolutely going to be used to hack everything. So society as we know it right now is going to change. And yeah, Claude is just unbelievably good. The answers, almost everything I do with Claude is a one shot in comparison to GPT. GPT has GPT-isms all the time that drive me absolutely crazy. But GPT is about to release an update and they got delayed by the government as well. So who knows, they might take over. Google Gemini is getting better. Perplexity Pro is really good. You get to use different models. I haven't used Grok yet. But yeah, always testing new AI tools.
Claude for the win.
Claude is unbelievably good, yeah. Late to the party, how much do I need to start? Which programs to find stock as well? Enter State Co, I think. Welcome to live. You need at least £1,000 in the UK. You need at least 1,000. More is better. The only thing you need is Keeper and SellerAmp SaaS to get started, and of course join our free Discord community. It's amazing. We'll help you get started. We've got loads of free resources, so be sure to check all of them out. And if you want to work with us one-to-one or in our group coaching, you can let us know. We can schedule a call.
So Terry said, it says, it just says create, remove, or refresh reason. Get onto chat, mate. Seller support chat and see what they say. I've had it quite a few times in the past where I've got stuff in Stranded and there's no reason. But as soon as I get onto chat, they just say it's a bug and they just refresh the listing for me. And then it just goes live. So it might need to do that. I've got the same situation now. I've got a load of stuff in my Stranded, which I need to do the same with. So it's a bit of a pain because you need to speak to support, but it's hopefully it'll be quite an easy fix and they can just sort that out for you.
Yeah, Terry said Google AI lies about everything. Google AI does hallucinate quite often. I watched a YouTube video on that the other day where it did a really bad one where it accused someone of being a predator, not the nice kind of predator.
Is that a nice kind of predator?
Well, a tiger, a lion. But yeah, hallucinations with AI are a problem that they're trying to solve. But yeah, you're right. Google does get some bad ones. I think 65%, don't quote me on this, I'm going to have to fact check it. I think 65% of the data on ChatGPT comes from Reddit. I know Grok is powered mostly by X, which is probably why Grok is so based and racist most of the time. But yeah, they're amazing bits of technology. Absolutely mind blowing.
Surely Reddit should not be used as like a fact finding tool.
Reddit is I think it's the biggest website on the internet. It's like, it used to be called the front page. I don't know if it still is. And yeah, I'm not going to say yes or no, it's a good source, but it's just what they do.
It's like using like Wikipedia as your source for all your information, when almost anyone can just type stuff in there and change it. It's the same as Reddit. It's just people's opinions, right?
Yeah, kind of. It's tricky because Wikipedia is literally one of the greatest inventions to the human race, but at the same time, as you say, you can just mess with it. Yeah. But it's like all human knowledge, isn't it? We adapt and we change it over time. What we know today as fact might not be true tomorrow.
Yeah, I suppose.
Can this work on Amazon Ireland as well? It can. We've got someone who's about to join our mentorship who's based in Ireland, but they are registering for VAT straight away with a UK LTD. They're going to do it from the UK. The UK is the third largest marketplace in the world. Ireland is a really tiny marketplace. So you could argue that you could test it in Ireland and see how you get on, or you could do it in the UK. You'd have to make that decision, but it absolutely would work in Ireland. You just have to realize it's a much smaller marketplace than the UK. GPT-isms. Yeah, so GPT-ism is like no guesswork. This isn't X, this is Y. Sam and I were both talking about this the other day. We absolutely hate it when AI tries to stroke you in a nice way to get your ego going. Like I don't want to feel like I'm being hit on by an AI. I just want an answer. You're a tool. Tell me if I'm right or I'm wrong.
I've just realized the time. I've got a call in 5 minutes.
Actually, I say I don't want to get hit on by an AI, but maybe Grok's waifu girl. I haven't tried that yet, but maybe one day. Yeah, I'm guessing you have no idea what that is, right?
Nah.
I'll send you a link. Before you go, cheers, mate. My handle JS, my soon-to-be dropship company, but I feel FBA may be better long-term. Yeah, dropshipping, I tried it. It didn't work for me. FBA is very sustainable, good long-term business. It feels, to me, FBA feels more legitimate than dropshipping did, but I wasn't successful with dropshipping. So that's just my anecdotal experience. Definitely give it a go, though. We'll drop you a message. I've given you a follow. We'll send you a message. Elliot said, can anything bad happen if I undercut Amazon by a few pence? The universe could implode.
Do it by a pound. No, nothing bad will happen. Amazon, no, it's fine.
AI definitely gaslights you as well, 100%. Yeah, I felt like I was a housewife in the 60s with it sometimes. Guys, this has been a really fun live. Sam's got to go because he's a party pooper. Join our free Discord community. Let us know if you want to work with us in our group mentoring or our one-to-one. We have a prep center, virtual assistant recruitment. We have an account recovery expert. And this auto ungating tool is amazing. If you're based in the UK, definitely give it a go. It will help with ungating. Thank you for joining today, guys. Have a good day. And we will, I'll probably be back live on Sunday. Maybe. Actually, no, I won't because it's Maria's birthday on Sunday. I'll see you live soon. Sam, good to see you, mate.
See you later. Be back Monday.
All right. Bye-bye, guys.